hyped for more Judgment Rites?
I mean, you know. I don't know what to say about Judgment Rites, man.
What I have to say about it is that, in theory, it is now recording and streaming. So, maybe we're going to go...
previously saved game.
Oh, that lady is pretty loud.
Going to turn that down a notch there, I guess. Or I can turn it down further on mine.
Try that. Seems...
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We started wandering around in here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were trying to figure out this machine because we just got access to it. Is that right?
I don't know, man.
Captain, this appears to be a mass storage device.
Yeah.
The tricorder cannot tell what information it holds.
Well, why don't you network your two tricorders together and download all its data like you always do?
Captain Kirk realizes that for all of his skills, he's not the man for this job. Captain Kirk realized...
Sorry.
What was the thing with the X in the ceiling?
A three-dimensional version of the X's from the floor hang from the ceiling.
I think what you're remembering is
A series of expanding X's laying one atop the other is etched into the floor.
No. So... This symbol is on both the floor and ceiling for whatever reason. And maybe it's an important detail, maybe it's not.
Whoa.
This generator may be providing power for more than just this complex. It is broadcasting power, which is causing the interference in communications with the Enterprise. I cannot tell for certain if there are receiving units for this power, because some of the readout circuits are damaged. Fascinating.
Well, I doubt it's fascinating to either Bones or myself. What is fascinating this time, Swan? I doubt it's fascinating to either Bones or myself, but I'm sure that won't stop me from telling us. What is fascinating this...
You tell him, Jim. I'm getting sick of this alien smarter-than-thou attitude.
If either of you had an ounce of logic, you would be more prepared to listen to my information, and possibly even understand it.
Bordering on insubordination, aren't we, Mr. Swan?
I always knew that knowing motion garbage was just a cover. He thinks he should be in charge.
Mr. Spock, I'll have those findings from you right now.
Captain, it appears the circuit was deliberately damaged. This would only be possible if the force field were down. Who would damage their own machinery? And for what purpose?
More and more curious, Mr. Spock.
Also, Captain, I am able to determine that if power is interrupted rather than shut down from the console, it will send a signal to the discharge unit and release the bacteria into the atmosphere.
That's bad.
A large computer sits in front of you. In some ways, it reminds you of a reduced version of the historic UNIVAC system.
Topical.
A large computer sits...
Okay. So can we use parts on that to fix it?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Neither do I, buddy.
No, I don't think that's necessary. No, I don't think that's necessary.
The readout is now fully functional.
Okay.
There are other locations on this planet receiving power from this generator. Most peculiar, the locations of these units are not in the database.
And you think they should be?
It would be logical, Captain. But removing the circuit that controls the on and off functions of this device would also be illogical.
Are you trying to tell me that's what happened here?
Exactly, Captain. Until that repair is made, it would be impossible to execute a proper shutdown procedure.
So,
Isn't that the
Captain Kirk realizes that for all of...
Isn't that the repair that we just made though? Isn't that what I just did? Nope. Okay.
The repair is complete, Captain. It would now be possible to safely shut this machine down. However, doing so would certainly affect all the other equipment in this complex.
okay. So, we need to make sure that we have all the stuff we need before turning it off.
No, I think we're gonna turn it off, and then we have this battery that we've already charged. But let's save here. And,
Save new game. Replace previous.
hey Ben, welcome to the stream.
Come here, man.
Oh, thanks for clawing at me.
I figured I'd get him away from me.
It wasn't you, it was him. He was like flailed out at me as he was going past.
Captain, the remaining force field is already down.
Yeah. Idiot.
Captain, the remaining force field is already...
Do I not do that in here?
This was the thing that deactivated the force field.
Yeah, I thought that the parts that I just put in this were gonna let me turn it off from out there, but maybe I could turn it off here.
Captain, do you wish me to start the shutdown sequence on the generator?
Let's hold off on that for now, Spock. Shut it down, Spock. Let's hold off. Shut it down, Spock.
Shut it down.
Well, that ends that threat. Balcosi can rest peacefully tonight and from now on.
It is still a trying time in the development, Doctor.
Think of it as an adventure, Spock. Scotty, 3 to beam up.
What?
Okay.
That's it? I feel like we didn't get optimal performance ratings in
Probably
that
true.
mission.
Probably true.
Captain, the power source has completed its shutdown procedure. There is no trace of the pheromone in the atmosphere. It would appear the Balcosi are free to choose their own future.
Good to hear, Spock. I just hope we didn't miss anything else.
True, Captain. It would be most unfortunate to pass up opportunities for increasing our knowledge.
Captain, there are 2 signals being broadcast from the planet. The first is another burst following the same path as the original broadcast. The other signal emanates from nearby the first. It's aimed at us, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen.
Interesting report, Jim. I think you were right to release the Balcosi from outside influence. No one at Starfleet has any idea who was behind all this, or what the testing message was all about. Keep us informed as you find out more. I've got confidence in you, Jim.
I have reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. I am very pleased with your performance. It was a perfect mission, Jim. Your reputation as Starfleet's best starship captain is secure. Kane out.
I don't really understand why we made that battery, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought for sure that something was going on there where, like, we were getting increasingly agitated.
Captain's
Oh,
log,
we were,
stardate
yeah.
6236.5. Following our mission to Balcos, the Enterprise is proceeding to Omega Corvus to probe radiation clouds. We are expecting an uneventful mission.
Message from Starfleet Command.
On screen.
This is a Code 2 emergency, Captain. 3 Federation ships have vanished in the Delphi system within the last month. 3 days ago, we lost contact with the USS Zimbabwe. You are to go to the Delphi system and find out what's happened to our ships. Starfleet out.
Search for Zimbabwe. Search for Delphi.
Delphi system. A ternary star system first charted 30 years ago by the USS Essex.
Thanks, Ben.
With no habitable planets in the system, the Gamma Delphi sector is known for a high abundance of ion storms.
That's 6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
USS Zimbabwe. Constitution-class starship commissioned stardate 5621.3, currently under the command of Captain Ulysses Monteya. The Zimbabwe's current non-classified missions include ferrying diplomats between Babel and Vulcan and searching for missing ships in the Delphi sector. Ulysses Monteya, Starfleet rank Captain. Current assignment, command of the USS Zimbabwe. Graduated 5th in his academy class, Captain Monteya served as ensign and later lieutenant aboard the USS Jersey, as lieutenant commander aboard the USS Senurix, and as first officer and later commander of the USS Regulus. Captain Monteya has been decorated 9 times by Starfleet for various feats of bravery and valor.
Got all that? Let's go to something else about Zimbabwe.
USS Zimbabwe.
Probably not, but that one. Vulcan.
Vulcans. One of the most prominent.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going to Delphi.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and save.
Save new game. Replace.
Save stream. That's fine.
So we were apparently perfect in that last
These
mission, but I don't
are
understand.
shields, just in case, I think.
Okay, it's that blue one on the left.
This one?
Yeah. Also have you turn off and on the music, because I'm trying to find out what that, like, weird grating noise is. That.
Sounds like it's a sound effect.
That was a sound effect.
Those are the hot beats.
Alright. Now there appears to just like be no music here. Alright, Blue Star.
Captain, at our current speed of warp 7, I expect to enter the Delphi system in 8 minutes.
Captain, I just started getting the oddest noise on all channels. It sounds like some sort of insect drone.
Let's hear it, Lieutenant.
An object is approaching the Enterprise.
Once more.
Oh!
Mr. Spock, is that what I think it is?
Sensors indicate that it is an authentic Earth warplane, circa 1917, belonging to the nation of Germany. Its appearance is identical to a Fokker DR-1. Sensors also indicate an immense power source and one life form.
Very
Being
much.
hailed.
This is Baron Trelane von Gothas of the German Air Circus. I have identified you as an enemy aircraft. You have 10 seconds to surrender before I blow you out of the sky.
Trelane, but I thought we'd seen the last of you. Stop playing games, Trelane. Leave my ship alone. We surrender.
What?
Trelane, triplanes didn't have radios during the First World War. Trelane, but I thought we'd seen the last of you. Stop. We surrender. Trelane,
I don't know who
triplanes
Trelane
didn't
is.
have
Yeah, this guy
radios during the
is.
First World War.
Some music.
What do you feel like?
Trelane, but I thought we'd seen the last of you.
Feel like 1 here?
Stop playing
I was
games,
looking for
Trelane.
4.
Triplanes didn't have radios during the First World War.
He's from Season 1, Episode 17, The Squire of Gothos.
I mean, I've seen that episode, but I was like, oh, watch like the first season.
Trelane, but I thought we'd seen the last of you. Stop playing games, Trelane. Leave my ship alone. We surrender. Trelane. Trelane, but I stop. We surrender. Trelane. Triplanes didn't
Anything other
have
than we
radios during
surrender
the
is
First.
fine.
Captain Kirk, that is not the way for mortal enemies to greet each other on the field of battle. Of course you hadn't seen the last of me. I am Trelane, the humble Baron of Gothas.
Humility is not something that I would associate with you, Trelane. I suppose we're going to get another tantrum from a runaway child with too much power for his own mortal enemies. When are you going to grow up, Trelane? Humility is not something that I would associate with you, Trelane.
Oh, this is wonderful. The sarcastic banter of determined foes just before a battle that only one of them will survive.
Put an end to this farce at once, Trelane. You have a way of trying my patience, Trelane. Go home, Trelane, before you get in trouble again. Didn't your parents punish you enough, Trelane? Put an end to this farce at once, Trelane. You have a way of trying my patience, Trelane.
I don't think it matters.
How
They're all the
rude
same.
of me, Captain. The Baron von Gothas is never rude. Let us put an end to your impatience.
Sensors indicate he is closing on us. I would extrapolate that he intends to fire us.
Raise shields, evasive maneuvers.
Raising shields.
Shield already up.
This audio mix is something else.
Yeah, it is.
sensors repaired, Captain. Aye, sir.
Flickering around a lot. You can only play one sound effect at a time.
Well, thank you for playing the least offensive one. Sense.
No, it's real nonsensical. Maybe if we'd seen this episode, we would understand.
I wouldn't understand why he's in a biplane. It doesn't. It wouldn't make that noise.
Nope, it's really unclear.
Even if it were making a noise, we wouldn't hear it.
Yep. It's being broadcast over the radio channels to Aurora.
Remember that episode where that guy showed up in a plane and started shooting at the Enterprise?
I mean, that may indeed be what happens in that episode, and I just do not remember it. Oh, remember when we could have chosen no combat?
Oh man, yeah, this mission was immediately an auto success.
Aye, sir.
Why don't you... What's the button for seeing his thing on screen?
Target analysis on.
Controls for this are so awful. It's like this really janky,
Aye, sir.
Steering with the mouse thing that's happening.
This is kind of like a hilarious example of if you gave someone from the current era of this game, like, this is what computer games used to be. Like, what?
But what's happening here? Why is there this garbage German World War I plane in space?
Maybe you need to increase or decrease your speed.
I increased my speed the whole time.
Maybe you need to go in reverse. Shields are weak in the front.
I know, I'm trying to get him into more head-on rushes like that. Trying to find like the correct mix of going fast enough to force him to come into contact.
Shields repaired, Captain.
Thanks. I'll go and repair that.
Damage control standing by, sir.
There you go, did some damage to the front. Maybe he'll leave now. He repaired it.
Good.
Somehow. He had his Mr. Scott fix it up for him. Judgement Rites.
This is real unpleasant. I'm not gonna lie to anybody about that. Oh yeah, take that, Baron of Goth or whatever it was.
Gorthos? Gothos? Gothos. While you're experiencing this, I'll look up
the details of that
yeah,
episode.
Trelane. Species, Trelane species.
Target analysis on. Target analysis on.
A puckish, childlike alien introduced to several USS Enterprise crew members in 2267. That year, the Enterprise was en route to Beta 6 colony to deliver supplies when it encountered Gothos, a previously unknown planet, which was the homeworld of the powerful alien Trelane. Trelane first transported Sulu and then Kirk from the bridge of the starship to a fortified manor he had constructed on Gothos. The Enterprise assumed orbit of Gothos and sent a landing party of DeSalle, Yeager, and McCoy into what they expected would be hostile conditions. Instead, they encountered an Earth-like oasis. There, the landing party discovered Trelane's home, and within it, the two missing officers, and Trelane himself.
Whoa.
Trelane, referring to himself as a retired general, and being willing to accept the title Squire, wore a blue tailcoat over a white frilled shirt and green riding pants with black boots. These clothes, along with his foppish mannerisms, were intended to suggest that he believed the conditions on Earth to be at the time. In fact, he was viewing an image of Earth approximately 4.5 centuries out of date, perhaps a consequence of the fact that he was over 900 light years away.
Oh.
Officers were found in a paralyzed state, but were quickly freed by Trelane, who did it with simply a wave of his hand. This was the first evidence of his superhumanoid abilities. There would be others. Trelane was initially quite friendly, but made it clear that his were the rules to be followed, and that the landing party would stay until he chose to let them leave. He made several attempts to ingratiate himself with the landing party, but as his customs were centuries out of date, his attempts served only to amuse the Enterprise crew. Trelane explained himself and his surroundings by stating that he, as well as some others, had perfected a means by which matter could be converted into energy and back into matter at will. When Kirk compared this to the transporter, Trelane dismissed that as a crude example of an infinitely more sophisticated process, elaborating by saying that he was able to restructure matter essentially the way a replicator does, albeit far more rapidly. In addition, he was able to maintain a field around his planet that blocked scanning and communications, and was able to confer skills into others. He taught Uhura to play the harpsichord with a wave of his hand.
Oh.
Aye, sir.
Unable to obtain a specific lock through Trelane's blocking field, Spock beamed up all life forms in a general radius, returning all Enterprise crew to the ship. Trelane did not beam up, suggesting he was not alive, or at least not the kind of life the Enterprise's instruments were designed to detect. Kirk returned to the bridge, ordering the ship to depart, only to find that Trelane had likewise boarded the ship. Within a minute, he had returned the entire bridge crew to his drawing room for a meal. This looks like it's going great, by the way. I really appreciate that this is the easiest difficulty.
Yeah. Right?
I guess the easiest difficulty is just no battles whatsoever, but...
Got it. Don't celebrate too soon, Mr. Chekhov. Trelane is like a bad penny. He keeps turning up where he's not wanted.
The triplane has reformed.
It is hailing us again, sir.
Kirk, you cheated! You cheated!
I beat you fair and square, Trelane. Now leave my ship alone. Don't be such a poor loser, Trelane. Your quarrel is with me, Trelane, not my ship. If you're going to punish anyone, I beat you fair and square, Trelane. Don't be such a poor loser, Trelane.
For one.
I beat you fair.
No, Kirk, you cheated! And you're going to have to be punished. Your insolent ship will have to be punished as well. But only you will bear the full brunt of my revenge.
Leave my ship out of this, Trelane.
Are you trying to give orders to the Baron of Gothos, Kirk? You should go to my dungeon for that. You and a few others of my choosing.
Are those always going to be McCoy and
Spock
Spock?
and Kirk? Or Spock and McCoy? Oh!
We have been unconscious for a considerable length of time, Captain. This is Lieutenant Commander Ellis, First Officer and Security Chief of the USS Zimbabwe.
Hello, Mr. Ellis. Where is your captain?
He was in sickbay at the time that triplane attacked us. I don't know what's going on.
What is going on, Commander, is a gentleman named Trelane. An immature child of a race with vast powers. Somehow he acquired an unhealthy fascination with human military history. Last time we encountered him, he had an interest in the Napoleonic era.
It would appear, Captain, that his awareness of human history has advanced to the level of your First World War.
If it advances any further.
Not only do we need to escape this place, but we need to find a way to discourage Trelane's interest in war once and for all.
How did you escape from him last time, Captain?
His parents appeared and punished him. I doubt that we can rely on such an intervention a second time.
Seems like a convenient plot device. We don't know how to finish this episode, so his parents are going to show up.
I wonder if he's...
There are many bundles of sticks piled against the wall.
I mean, he's not.
According to his Wikipedia, he is a
Straw,
Trelane.
Yeah.
not the sort of bedding that Starfleet officers are used to. Rather damp, too.
Oh man, can we get that
Get
straw?
straw.
I don't think we'll need it, and we could probably get it somewhere else if we did.
Fine.
What is your logic there? We're going to find straw wherever we go.
A crate. It is labeled schnapps. It is nailed shut.
Ooh, can we open that to create a schnapps?
Phaser it.
It's not firing.
The phasers have been completely drained of energy.
Courtesy of our charming host, no doubt.
No doubt. Well, gentlemen, if we're going to beat Trelane, we'll have to beat him on his own terms.
Can't beat him with schnapps.
It would appear to be an ordinary crate, Captain.
Of course it's a crate. It looks like a crate, feels like a crate. What else could it be?
Doctor, we are dealing with an entity who is capable of sustaining an artificial atmosphere on a planet, and then flying that planet around the universe like a starship.
Spock's right, Bones. When we're dealing with Trelane, we need all the information that we can get. Something that looks trivial might be the key to defeating him and saving the Enterprise.
And the Zimbabwe.
That sounds good.
The only
Look for
door
some
in this
stupid
room,
trivial
it is
detail.
locked. A light bulb, triggered by a chain, is suspended above the center of the room. The chain is broken.
You would never break the chain.
The floor is not very clean, especially when compared to a well-run starship. The walls of this room look...
Sounds like you can't Spock those walls.
The only door in this room.
There is nothing unusual about the door. I am conducting a sensor sweep of the area. We appear to be about 15 meters underground. There's a single human life force stationary, approximately 6 meters from the door, and about 6 life forms in our immediate vicinity on the surface.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Gas. Okay, so get chain or use Kirk or Spock on chain.
The chain is broken. It is obvious that you cannot turn it off. The chain is broken.
Okay, take us out of here.
Fascinating. This appears to be an Earth domicile, late 19th or early 20th century.
At least nobody's sick.
Man, is nobody sick?
Lieutenant Commander Ellis is showing heightened levels of stress. James T. Kirk, slightly heightened levels of adrenaline, but otherwise normal. Mr. Spock, I can never tell what's right and what's wrong with these Vulcans.
That's not like a very good doctor.
The phrase, physician, heal thyself, has always annoyed me.
door is securely locked, Captain. I am unable to open it.
Does anyone have a safety pin?
A what? I don't think so.
What?
I don't think so.
The communicators are functioning, Captain. If there were other Federation personnel on this planet, we would be able to communicate with them.
Provided their communicators haven't been confiscated or the persons are in any physical condition to answer.
I did not wish to state the obvious, Doctor.
Ha!
Ha!
Ha! Use Spock on straw. Use Kirk on straw. Use McCoy's medical tricorder on straw.
Now is not the time to go to sleep.
Yeah, because the lights are still on.
A small barrel rests against the wall. It is empty.
Get barrel.
Let's put Kirk in that barrel.
The barrel is rather bulky. We should only take what we need to defeat Trelane.
That's true.
Watch out, Ben's gonna...
The crate is much
come
too
your way.
heavy to take with you.
Ben.
Come here.
Yeah, you can come sit with me. Or you can just turn around and leave again, whatever you prefer, my dude.
A crate. It is late. A
Little
crate.
Schnapps, yes, okay. It's gonna be an insignificant detail. That's what we needed. That helps.
This isn't a song
The
from
walls
earlier
of
in
this
the game.
room
It
look
is.
very sturdy. There are many bundles of sticks piled against the
Get
wall.
sticks.
Okay,
Get
I'm
those
gonna-
sticks.
How about some sticks? Can I have those? Yes.
You pick up a stick.
Okay. What can I use a stick for? Let's melt.
Open that crate.
Let's melt some.
Captain, the crate is nailed shut. The stick is singularly unsuited for use as a pry bar.
That sounds like the attitude of someone who does not want to try.
Do you have a theory about the barrel, Captain?
An old human habit, Mr. Spock. Rapping on something wooden with a stick has been known to help our thought processes.
Fascinating custom, Captain. Undoubtedly, with its origins in primitive tribal ritual. Vulcan society was much the same.
Great. Use stick on...
Keep it down, Schweinhund.
Keep doing it. Make him angry.
Keep it down, Schweinhund.
But he's calling us
Keep it down,
Schweinhund.
Schweinhund. Keep it down, Schweinhund.
Use on...
I'm not a pig dog.
Captain, I believe we need all the light we can get. It is not an advisable course of action.
Use on Edwards.
Is this how you treat security officers on the Enterprise?
It is. We kill them all the time.
Use on the lock.
I don't think the lock is like actually a separate thing.
Keep it down, Schweinhund.
Use on that other crate. Use on more
Let me try
sticks.
this. Maybe I can use it to open that crate.
Alright.
Yeah, man. This one's not nailed shut.
The crate is open.
Schnapps.
It is full of bottles of Himrich Schnapps. The date on the bottle says 1913.
Get Schnapps.
That's a good year.
Use medical tricorder on Schnapps.
You have taken several bottles of Schnapps.
Nice.
No one told you to take several, Kirk. You just wanted to get one.
Keep it down, Schweinhund.
Use Schnapps on door.
That's what I just did.
No thanks. We'll need all of our wits if we are to defeat Trelane.
Use it on Spock.
Keep it down, Schweinhund.
Vulcans do not
Use it on
drink.
He
McCoy.
needs to loosen his Vulcan ears a little.
I
McCoy,
have
very
observed
interested.
numerous occasions, Doctor, where you have regretted your indulgence in alcoholic beverages.
Not as good as Steel Magnolia. Perhaps later. You carry it, Jim.
Use on...
While I'm on duty?
Alice.
Are you serious?
Use on Kirk.
It's organic, Jim, but it's not alive.
Thanks.
answered all your questions.
This registers on my tricorder as schnapps, an alcoholic beverage.
We know what schnapps is, Spock.
My apologies, Doctor.
Man, maybe some 8-year-old playing this game didn't. Why you guys gotta be so mean to him? Well, alright. Glad we made all that progress.
You can use schnapps on
The barrel?
the barrel.
Are you planning to christen it, Jim?
No, I was gonna fill it.
Use it on the light. Use it on the wall.
The bottle bounces off the light bulb without shattering.
Kirk, we're going to need all of our wits if we want to survive. Put the alcohol away.
Put you away.
Kirk, we're going to need...
You know what we haven't tried?
You
Just
get
talking
no
to the door.
response.
No. Okay. Does it happen differently if I talk? No.
You can't talk at
Can't
the door.
talk at the door.
Alright. You can use alcohol on straw.
Sure. Okay, let's try that.
You cover the straw with schnapps.
Okay, so now we're gonna start a fire. So how do we do that?
You grab 2 sticks and you rub them
Yeah,
together.
yeah, let's try that. Let's see if that'll
You
work.
already have a
Can't take more than one
Oh, that
stick.
would have been such a good
Can't do
idea.
it. Can't do it. Well,
Okay,
you
well,
know.
you were on it. Good job.
What's
Oh.
going on here?
We should leave this building immediately. The proximity of this fire to a large concentration of alcohol puts us at considerable risk.
Talk to that guy.
Do you think the Baron cares if you burn to death?
Who is this Baron? Trelane? Don't be a fool, man. If you keep us in here, you'll die too. It depends on whether he likes his prisoners rare, medium, or well done.
pretty
Who
good
is
line.
this Baron?
It
Don't be a
is.
fool, man. It depends on whether he...
American humor leaves me cold, Kirk.
It looks rather warm to me. If we stick around, it'll get even warmer. What does Trelane want with us? I'm not interested in your opinion. It looks rather warm.
You have a point, Kirk. Go. I will be following.
Our soldier friend seems to have gotten separated from us. I heard some windows breaking on the other side of the building. I assume that was him.
The building is structurally sound, Captain. I doubt that it would collapse, but as a precaution, I would not enter it again.
Well, where are we, Mr. Spock?
Isn't it obvious? In trouble.
Do you have a problem, Mr. Ellis?
Yes, sir, I have a problem. His name was...
Trelane.
Oh.
The Baron does not appreciate vagrants.
Why that?
Punch that old dude. Schnapps him.
A human, approximately 60 years of age, in poor physical condition. His hip is broken, Jim. He needs our help.
Oh no. Go help him, Bones. What are you waiting
What is
for?
he gonna do?
Gonna use
You
his...
better take care of the soldier first.
Okay, fine.
Do not interfere, or the same thing will happen to you.
No,
How's it
no.
to pick on someone your own size?
Break
What
your
has this
hip.
man done? You're really a tough guy, aren't you? It can't be easy to bully some old man. I'm really impressed. How would you like to pick on someone your own size? What has this man done?
Sounds like the most democratic choice.
That is none of your concern. Do not interfere.
I see. He's done nothing.
The soldier ignores you.
Hurts. Stings. Going to that ye old shoppy.
I suppose we're going to let a poor old man get beaten to
Oh,
death by a
Ellis,
uniform wearing
shut
friend.
up. You're the worst.
Fine, Mr. Ellis. We'll stay here and deal with it.
You know, ye old shop is actually nonsensical. It's ye because there used to be a letter in English that was TH. And it kind of looked like a Y, and then they started using a Y to represent it in text for a little while. So it's actually just the old shop. That's how that's actually pronounced. Pro tip. Is that not as interesting as I hoped it would be?
I'm the closest one to him. You keep an eye out for any of his friends.
You Spock on this guard. You walk around.
Just walk over and punch this dude out. I'm closest to him. Let me take care of it.
Oh, okay.
He fixed that guy's hip.
That should fix the hip problem. He should rest. Thank goodness Trelane didn't take the tranquilizers from my medkit. He'd probably be too tired to talk much.
So you just tranked him up and you were like, okay, your hip's fine, you're good, go on.
Thank you for helping me. If only I had something to repay you.
You could tell us where we are.
You are the American pilot, Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Kirk, the leader of the famous Enterprise Squadron.
Lieutenant Colonel
Jimmy? Enterprise Squadron?
I suppose I should tell you nothing, but as it looks as though the war will soon be over, I can tell you that this is the village of Gothos.
What war is this?
The Great War. The one that has lasted for 4 damned years and has killed millions. I never thought that it was possible for so many young people to die for such a worthless cause.
I believe he refers to the first of your world wars.
Could you answer an important question for me, sir? What year is this?
What important question you want to ask him?
I'm just listening to these hot organ beats.
Where's Trelane? What else is happening? What year is this? Where's Trelane?
You know, it's 19... I mean, it's gotta be like 1918?
No, the bottle...
1917? It's 1917.
The bottle of schnapps in 1919.
Yeah, but the war's been going on for 4 years.
You must
so.
have been held prisoner for a long time, Colonel. It's October 16th, 1918.
So the schnapps is from the future? Or is it 1917?
No, it was 1913 for the schnapps.
Great.
I am so tired. I must rest.
Well, that was the only important question you got.
Okay,
yeah.
wow, okay.
Talk to that lady at the tavern.
Oh.
She saw the whole thing. So
You get no response.
punch that dude out. Go punch her out.
You get no response.
That's the solution to everything in this city.
Go.
I think he clicked on the tavern.
You know that Baron's orders are that you are to be served in the armory. You are not to enter this establishment.
Everyone knows, Fraulein, that the Baron's orders were never meant to be taken seriously. Even by him.
Looks like trouble.
Punch!
Excuse me, but if the lady wants you out, then you should get out. Would you like to step outside? Hello, soldier. Wouldn't you look good with beer on your face? Excuse me, but if the lady wants you out, then you should get out.
I won't have trouble in my place. Get out. I will be bringing beer to the armory later tonight anyway.
I don't know who you are, but we had better not meet again.
Well, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Kirk, leader of the famous Enterprise Squadron.
Nice guy.
Let's talk to this lady.
Well, Miss Gernsback, you seem to run a very efficient place.
Thank you, Colonel. Unfortunately, the war does not lend itself to efficiency. What do you wish to talk about?
Why are you calling me a colonel? What's going on with the war? You said that the war led to a lack of efficiency. What do you know about Trelane?
I know that Baron despises you and has vowed to kill you if you should ever meet again. Take my advice. Flee Gothos and never return.
And how does one flee Gothos?
I do not know. Else I would have left long ago. The village of Gothos seems to ensnare anyone who comes here. You see, I really work for the French government.
Man, you're not a very good spy.
Rudolph Ulan, owner of the shop outside. What seems to be the problem?
What do you think about the war, Harold? What can you tell me about Trelane? What do you think about the war, Harold? What can you tell me about
The perfect chairman. If anyone could turn this war around, it's him.
You're such a sycophant, Rudolph. I saw how you handled that foolish brute outside. Quite impressive.
I am Schiller, superintendent of the local schools. How may I help you?
What do you think of the war? What can you tell me about trouble? Where can I go to earn some money?
Oh.
What's special about the school?
Oh.
What do you think?
Interesting
Where can I
dialogue
go to earn
tree
some money?
choices.
What's special about the school?
Well, Captain Hauptmann is addressing our class, trying to make the children into proper Germans. And we have a brand new chalkboard. Herr Kirk,
Special.
though my position as school superintendent keeps me busy, I'm always glad to help you.
What do you think of the war? Where can I go to?
One might find a little money doing odd jobs around the village. Herr Kirk, though my position is...
What do you think of the war?
Horrible business. When it started, I thought it would be good for Germany, but it soon became a mess. I hope it will be over soon. If we can settle this thing without harsh negotiations, we can get back to being a civilized nation once again.
Got bad news for you,
Herr Kirk,
Schiller.
though my position as school superintendent keeps me busy, I'm always glad to help you.
What can you tell me about Trelane?
A flamboyant man, and the greatest pilot in Germany. If only his soldiers weren't such rabble.
Herr Kirk, what is it this time?
What do you think about the war, Harold?
Herr Schiller would have us believe that Germany is doomed. But I have more faith in our great soldiers than that. Victory shall be ours.
Excuse me, Gretel. Could you answer a question or two for me?
I will try, Colonel.
Why are you calling me a colonel? What's going on? You said that the war led to a lack. What's going on with the war? You spy? Why do these soldiers bother you? Why are you calling me a spy? Why do these
The soldiers are little more than animals. They do as they please because our band protects them. I must deliver cakes of beer for them every night. It keeps them from having to leave the army.
Oh, that sounds like an odd job that we could help you out with for a little
You
while.
get no response.
Excuse me, Gretel. Could you answer a question or two for me?
I will try, Colonel.
Why are you calling me? You said spy? Why are you calling me? What's going on? Why spy?
I have been here for 2 years. The Western Front is very close, and I send information to France.
Excuse me, Gretel.
I will try.
Why are you calling me a colonel?
I know who you are. Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Kirk, leader of the famed United States Enterprise Squadron that has shot down so many of our pilots, along with Major Spock and Captain Leo McCoy.
Captain McCoy? Leo?
Excuse me.
I will try, Colonel.
What's going on with the war?
It has not been going well of late, though we are told that Kaiser Wilhelm will never surrender. I doubt the war will last more than 2 months.
What is the date?
You have been held prisoner for a long time. It is October 16th, 1918. I'm glad it's coming to an end.
You said that the war led to a lack of the alone, Fräulein? You said that the war led to a
lesson
lack
in
of
history.
efficiency. What are you
I
talking about?
suppose, yeah. I guess we will find out if, knowing that the armistice is signed on November 11th at 11 a.m. is worthwhile information or not.
Didn't we already ask for that?
The soldiers are little more than animals.
Oh, yes.
They do as they please because a band protects them.
You get no response.
I'm a spy.
I'm glad it's coming to an end. I've lost so many friends. I've never felt so alone.
Alone, Fräulein?
Perhaps someday, when you have defeated your enemy, and this war is finally over, you would come and visit me. I would enjoy spending better times with you.
Perhaps, Fräulein.
Okay. Can you go that door?
A severed animal head. The inscription reads, African musk ox, caught by the noble Baron Trelane von Gothos, April 13th, 1913, while on safari in darkest Africa.
African muskox? Darkest Africa?
Misnomers, Doctor. This head is not a true representative of any African species of cattle.
These Prussian cavalry sabers are really imitations. A large and rather ugly painting of a townscape.
Harsh.
A collection of steins. Kegs of beer. They are marked for delivery to the armory.
Can you get that guy's mug?
It does look like it might be in the foreground.
I didn't know your good luck was only temporary. I'd be quite annoyed.
Mr. Full House is complaining. If his hands were any more indecent, he would be arrested.
With the Baron's soldiers, he might be arrested even if his hands were decent. I can't complete a straight to save my life. Or your fortune.
Are you going to have to play a game of cards to,
There is a date circled on this calendar. October 16, 1918.
Why, that's today!
This landscape does not look like the work of a professional. Cups, dishes, and other supplies are stored on these shelves. This barrel is full of beer.
How can we tell that?
Looking through a ragged knothole, it is obvious that this cupboard is empty. Cups, dishes, and a wood-burning stove, which heats this cellar on cold October nights. These crates contain potatoes. These crates contain...
You stick on the crate.
Yeah, man.
Get potatoes.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's an unusual use for a stick, Jim.
How so? We just used it that way.
There's an open seat, guard. Just place your steak on the table.
I don't have a steak. Oh, we gotta go raise money. Okay.
I mean, you got wood. You got this. Maybe you got
You
this
son
guy's.
of
Maybe you got this guy's Stein.
No effect.
But you're right. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's try putting the stick on the table.
And what is the Bluffmeister up to this time?
He doesn't bluff. He just complains about everything.
I do not. If I did, I would have hit the ceiling with my last hand.
You don't. You deal with it.
There's no hand worse than the one you deal yourself.
Let's try putting this piece of wood here.
If you want to beat someone, Captain, try poker.
Tragic. They wouldn't accept that piece of wood as a stake.
I tried.
I'm Werner Gillard, the shoemaker. If you are not prepared to play, please leave us.
Excuse our friend. He doesn't like to perform in front of an audience.
Welcome. I am Kurt Nielsen, owner of the Gossels Brewery. If you care to join, feel free, if you can pay the stake.
Hello, I am Richard Sundergaard. I publish the local newspaper. It's nice to see someone as famous as you, Lieutenant Colonel.
Doesn't it worry you, Herr Sundergaard, that you know an enemy ace is standing next to you?
The Baron has given orders for everyone in Gothos to treat you well, Herr Kirk. A fellow pilot honoring fellow pilots, I suppose, although I would not trust the military to follow those orders to the letter.
You don't want to give the Fraulein the wrong impression about us, do you, Jim? We're supposed to be Air Force pilots, not pickpockets.
How dare you try to take that Stein?
Colonel, those are for the armory. Please do not take them. I don't need those brutes storming my establishment to demand their beer.
This photograph of an ugly human female is labeled Trelane's mother. This photograph of an ugly human
I am puzzled, Captain. The portraits have neither practical purpose nor aesthetic value, and yet you wish to take them.
We're all puzzled. Well, that building's not on fire anymore.
This metal grate leads to the sewers of Gotham.
Jill, I hope you're not planning on going down into the sewers.
Given Trelane's predilection for opulence, it is highly unlikely that we would achieve anything useful in the sewers.
Shoppy.
Charming place. Less technology, more humanity. I like it.
Somewhere in the middle of this European charm is Trelane and the missing ships. Let's find them.
Hi, can I help you?
What do you want for that room? I see you're selling food packages. Is that a coil of rope over on the wall? What do you want for those shoes?
No, those
sorry,
things you
but
can
those
buy.
shoes have already been paid for.
Oh no.
Hi, can I help you?
What do you want for that room?
That old thing. I can give it to you now. You can pay me later. I'm sure my boss, Mr. Uland, won't
I was
mind.
gonna answer that question, kid. You can pay me later.
Hi, can I help you?
I see you're selling food packages. Is that a coil of rope over on the wall?
That rope? No one ever buys rope. Go ahead and take it.
This isn't a very good way to run a business.
Hi, can I
Of
help
course, nobody
you?
ever
I see you're
buys
selling
rope.
food
You just
packages.
give it
What do
to
you want
them.
for those shoes? That really is a beautiful cloth.
It sure is. I can let you have it. Pay me later. Or maybe not. Mr. Uland wouldn't like me to give away something that expensive on a promise. Hi, can I help you?
I see you're selling food packages. Can you tell me how to make money around here?
Sure, have some money. Oh, I don't have any. I wonder why. Hi, can I help you?
I see you're selling food. That really is a beautiful cloth. What do you want for those? I see you're selling food packages.
You look hungry. Sure, have it. Pay me later.
You know your Starfleet score goes down every time you take a
Take
thing
a
from the
thing without
store
paying.
you don't actually need.
This clock looks expensive.
True.
Metal buckets in a rough pile on the floor. This shop is not experiencing a shortage of shoes.
Can't buy them though.
An empty kettle rests upon the stove.
If Trelane has his way, we'll soon be kicking the bucket.
Maybe I shouldn't take it. The last thing Trelane needs is ideas.
Captain, even I'd have trouble lugging that cast.
Even I, a prime example of human strength, Ellis. Can you walk in that building on the... Yeah. Nope. Hey, there's like flowers in the foreground.
No effect. No effect. No effect.
What's that? You notice that we put flowers there? Good. They're there for your enjoyment.
Grass. Grass. A Fokker DR1.
I have a power reading from that Fokker that is off the scale, Captain. It is identical to the sensor readings I took off Trelane's triplane on the Enterprise. It is the same triplane, but the power levels are far beyond anything that should be produced by that object.
Theories, Mr. Spock.
The last time we encountered Trelane, he used
It's not a
various
real
items,
plane.
a mirror in particular, as a source for his power. This locket is another one of Trelane's power objects.
Locket?
The odds of Trelane leaving his triplane in the open without setting a trap are almost too small to calculate.
Dead.
Captain, the force field around the castle is extremely intense. I get the same energy signature from it as I did from the triplane that attacked the Enterprise.
Mr. Spock, Is there any way to penetrate it?
The force field permeates the ground, Captain. The largest weapons of this era could not penetrate the force field. If we could generate a disruption on the wavelength, the field could be breached, although we would not have much time before it was reestablished.
How could we generate such a disruption?
By physically destroying other objects that resonate on that wavelength. Objects like the power objects that we have already found.
Okay.
Look barrel.
A fuel barrel lies abandoned on the ground.
A fuel container, Captain.
Schnapps barrel.
Yeah, Schnapps barrel. Rub two sticks together.
The tricorder indicates that the canister is empty.
Oh, what about those canisters over there?
Those are in the background.
The barrels are empty.
Wow. Take
No
the barrels.
effect.
Nope. That seemed like something that Kirk would do. Walk left.
I would not get near that dog if I were you, Jim. It's suffering from rabies.
You are slave.
Save Newgate replace previous.
Can you broom that dog? Rope that dog? What are those?
Food packages.
Food package that dog?
Let's try getting him some food and see if that distracts him.
The dog is now hungrily eating its meal.
Can you medical kit that dog to cure it of rabies? Eventually.
Another satisfied patient.
Nailed it.
There you go. Punch! Punch!
The Baron has given orders that you are not to be disturbed. But if you threaten Gothos, we will kill you.
I would have shot you on sight, Lieutenant Colonel Kirk. You owe your life to Baron Trelane's kindness.
I'll try to remember to thank him when I see him. Why don't you tell your so-called Baron to stop playing games and come out of the castle with kindness? Trelane? Are we talking about the same? I'll try to remember to thank him when I see him.
When you see him, you will die. And when you are dead, I will be thanking him.
Great. Can you get that statue man in the foreground?
Captain, let's not go around carting anything heavy unless it's absolutely necessary.
No one asked you, Alice.
We have records of that book aboard the Enterprise.
Captain, if we tried to take a weapon from their arsenal, they'd shoot us on the spot.
What if we delivered
A
them here?
safe. It is currently unopened. A supply case holding some of the commander's.
Try opening that case.
I do not see anything useful in the case, Captain.
Look at this book in the foreground. Like, why does he know what it is?
A copy of the Holy Bible.
Doesn't look like a Bible, but okay.
No.
I suspect that we will be shot if we attempt to open this.
You get, is that like a board leaning against the wall?
We have access to more efficient weapons, Captain.
Do we though? Hey, it's the school.
Yeah, it's the school.
They've got a chalkboard.
Oh.
What is it, Gringold? Ah, visitors.
Glingold, the cat.
A domesticated longhair.
I think the cat is very comfortable in its current location, Captain.
I was petting the cat. Did I not pet the cat? Is that guy dying?
Human male in good physical condition.
He's just relaxing.
What can I do for you, Colonel? What can you tell me about the war? I noticed that you... What can you tell me?
We are a nation of warriors, Colonel. Like your America, we were born in war. We believe that military might gives men the right to take what they want.
What about diplomacy?
I wish we understood it better, Colonel. The pieces of paper that our diplomats sign have too little meaning. If we paid more attention, we could have prevented this latest mad conflict. I lost my grandson at the Marne. What can I do for you, Colonel?
What can you tell me about the war? I noticed that you have only one. What can you tell me about Trelane? Where can I go to earn some money? What can you tell me? Where can I go to?
I might be able to give you some money, Colonel. If I could think of something useful that you could do for me. What can I do for you,
Can I offer you
What
this
can you tell me
bottle
about
of
the-
schnapps that poured half out onto
I
some
lost
straw?
my arm in the last war, January 8, 1871, during the siege of Paris
these
during
dates?
Bismarck's war with France, shortly before Germany's glorious victory. It still didn't bring my arm back.
So, if you get him an
What
arm.
can I do for you,
Yeah.
Colonel?
What can you tell me about? I noticed that. What can you tell me about Trelane?
Ah, yes, the glorious Baron. I'm a lonely soldier, retired and alone except for Gringold. I don't think I can tell you anything about him. What can I do for you?
What can you tell? What can you? Where can I? What can you tell? Where can I go to?
I might be able to give you... What can I do for you, Colonel?
What can you tell me about? I noticed that. What can you tell me? Where can I go to?
I might be able
Yeah.
to give you...
Top cat. Get cat.
A gramophone. No songs are playing.
Will you
Get
pay me
gramophone.
money to start your gramophone for you?
This doesn't seem to be working.
It hasn't worked in several years, Colonel. There haven't been many good recordings lately, so I haven't missed it much.
An early 20th century recording device, no longer in working order.
Medical tricorder of that cat.
The gramophone is not functioning. It would appear to be a trivial malfunction.
Do not concern yourself with it, Captain Spock. Gringold does not like loud noises.
Maybe that's because his ears bother him.
Terran cat, feeling very self-satisfied.
Can we offer you a broom in these trying times?
Captain, we have no reason to remove this object.
Schnapps. What if we use rope on broom and create an arm for him? A broom arm.
A picture of a young woman, Mr. Eckhart's late wife, photographed when they were much younger. A copy of Goethe's Faust in German. Several objects of sentimental value line the mantelpiece. Cherished possessions that have been gathered over the course of a lifetime, admired by friends and family that are now dead. A picture of the Battle of Waterloo by a starving German artist. A fireplace.
Use schnapps on fireplace. Use stick on fireplace.
I don't want anyone to offer us any little jobs.
And remember, democracy is weak. It relies on the votes of the foolish masses who are incapable of choosing strong leaders. Constitutional government fosters weakness.
The rejection of republicanism is what won the last war for Germany, and it will bring us victory over these stupid Americans.
That's not what they told us at the academy.
Boys and girls, let me introduce you to an example of inferior Republican stock. Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Kirk. Tell us, Kirk, how can you defend the ludicrous American system?
I see no reason to defend anything, Captain. These children are, in spite of your efforts to indoctrinate them, quite capable of growing up to become adults who will make up their own minds. I am not interested in a debate, Hauptmann. If your system is so superior to America's, how come you're losing the war? Why don't we put it up to a vote? You have a choice between a system that gives you leaders who will oppress you for life, or a system which, imperfect though it may be, allows you to influence your leaders and gives you a chance to bring them to account. I see no reason to defend anything, Captain. These children are, in spite of your efforts to indoctrinate them, why don't we put it up to a vote? You have a choice between a system that gives you leaders who
Teaching
will
you the
oppress you for
importance of
life,
voting.
or a system which imperfect. All in favor of Hauptmann's system, say aye.
Aye!
All
Shut
in
up,
favor of my
Wolfgang.
system, say aye.
Aye!
It appears that they don't want what you offer them, Hauptmann.
I will not tolerate such insults. The Baron will make you all pay.
Now I'll punch you.
Well, now those children are gonna get imprisoned.
Jim, wasn't that
because
a
of you.
violation of the Prime
Yep,
Directive?
yep, you
Dr.
messed
McCoy,
up.
This is clearly an imaginary culture with no real existence. The Prime Directive cannot be reasonably extrapolated to affect such a culture.
Yeah.
You walked in and you were like, well, we
When we vote on this thing.
Yes, I'd like to ask you a question. What do you think about the war? What can you tell me about these children or
I'd
something?
like to ask you the same
I didn't
question
realize
I'm
they
asking
let
Aaron.
mad dogs teach
Can you
children.
give me money?
What do you think about the war? I didn't realize these children or something, aren't they?
These
I
children
didn't
are really
realize what do you
something,
think
aren't
about
they?
Except for Wolfgang there.
It's hard. With any luck, my students won't have to fight in such a war as
Your name, Humperdinck?
Herr Kirk, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to ask you a question. What do you think about the? What can you tell me about Troll?
Ah, the Baron. Such a charming man. If all the military in Gothos were like him, it would be a better place to live. Herr Kirk, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to ask you a question. What do you think? What can you? These children or something?
They are a little rambunctious, aren't they? Herr Kirk, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to ask you. What do you think? What can you tell? What do you think about? I didn't realize they let.
He is a rather enthusiastic officer.
Are all Americans as handsome as you, Colonel Kirk?
Why, Bones, you're never at a loss for words. You answer.
Oh, hi.
Ingrid is very shy, Colonel.
Lieutenant Colonel Kirk, when I grow up, will you teach me how to fly as good as you?
Well,
I guess we're ready to ship you to the academy, Jim.
Wow! A real American pilot! Can I shoot you as an escaped prisoner?
No.
Frau Humperdinck, Colonel Kirk wanted to shoot him. Is that fair?
Can you take
This is a
Wolfgang?
map of Western Europe.
Use London Wolfgang?
Please, take anything, but not that. Education represents our children's future, and education cannot succeed if it is neglected or if teachers do not have the proper tools.
Did you try to take that blackboard?
I did.
How else are they gonna know 1, 2, 3 and the letter A?
This clock seems permanently fixed on 5 minutes to 3. Some blocks with alphabetical letters and numbers on them.
Freud would have something very interesting to say about that.
Taking some blocks.
A table with some blocks and a book on it.
We really shouldn't take anything unless we absolutely need it, Jim.
Yeah. Like a broom? Some rope?
A table with some blocks and a book on it. The teacher's desk. The teacher's desk. This appears to be a picture of Kaiser Wilhelm II.
I can't believe the trench would be so close to the town.
It shouldn't be. At this point in the war, the Allies had broken through the trenches. That's why Germany surrendered. Their defenses were crumbling, and they didn't want to see their cities destroyed.
Only one of many illogical situations, Commander. The building where we were imprisoned almost burned to the ground, but no other building was touched, and no one seemed concerned about the fire.
What else?
The fact that everyone seems to recognize us, yet the military does not try to intercept us. The building signs in English instead of German. There is much here that is not what it seems.
Oh.
Young human male, life signs failing. Suffering from internal bleeding and shock. Now that's an odd reading. It's not biological. Maybe Spock should try using his tricorder.
Captain, another abnormally high reading emanating from an object in his pocket. A locket of some sort.
That's odd. I should be able to see immediate improvement in his injuries. But I have no response.
That is because Trelane is interfering. This man is meant to be a dying soldier, whose presence provides drama for Trelane's production.
He'll die.
Logic suggests that Trelane will not allow him to die, except for dramatic effect. Given the inconsistencies I've noticed, it is probable that he may be kept alive indefinitely.
Can you give him something for the pain, Doctor?
Nothing I've done has any effect on him, Commander.
Well, let's just go through his pockets
No
then.
effect.
Sounds like you're gonna have to talk.
Nothing to report in the West.
What can you tell me about the war? What can you tell me about about your locket? What can you tell me?
You want my locket? But that's the only reminder of my girl.
Oh.
I'd rather lose my...
Let's take that arm.
We need it very badly. If we do something for you, would you give it to us?
I have a letter to my girl. If you see that it is delivered, I'll give you my locket.
Alright, we finally got a job.
Yeah.
My dearest Hilda, you are the sun that lights my shadows. Your voice is the one that speaks to me when all other voices are filled with pain.
The barkeep?
Only your
No, that was
memory
Greta,
keeps this
wasn't it?
unbearable suffering from driving me mad. That and the hope that this war will soon end, one way or another, and that I may yet live to see your smile.
Oh, there you are. There you went. That's a good choice.
Yep, I can't walk out into no man's land. What was her name?
Hoperdink.
It's Hilda Humperdinck.
Just give it to Wolfgang.
Is this your
What
lady?
sentimental gibberish is this? Take it away from me.
Somehow, I don't think so.
Oh.
What?
I don't know, that's a weird voice. I swear her name was like Greta.
Thank you, Captain. I've received that it is delivered.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how bars work.
And she's gonna send it through her contacts in France. They took your letter.
To report in the West.
What can you tell me about the war? What about that locket?
You've delivered my letter. I guess I'll keep my promise. Have my locket. Nothing to report in the West.
What can you tell me about the war?
I am a sentry. The others are dead. I think I'm dying. Nothing to report in the West.
What can you tell me about?
I'd like to watch the airplanes fly overhead. The enemy watches them too, and I know we'll have a few minutes of peace. Nothing to report in the.
What can you tell me? What can you tell me about?
I am a sentry.
We got this locket that we want to destroy somehow. We've got an armory. I don't know what to do with. A one-armed man and a cat.
Use locket on cat.
A school. Well, we got rid of Captain Hoffman.
Use that locket to get in on that poker game. That's your stake.
I suppose that's possible. That could be what we're supposed to do here.
Save game, but,
Yeah. Like, I definitely thought we were supposed to sweep somebody's floor and whatnot.
You did a job.
Yeah.
You got paid.
It's true. Let's see. This is it.
I told you I wasn't bluffing. We three kings would take the stake.
I didn't know your good luck was only temporary. I'd be quite annoyed.
I have so few vices in my life. I must do the best I can with what I have.
Whose deal is it?
Mine.
I do not believe that offering that item is an advisable course of action.
How about some schnapps?
I'm not a drinking man, Colonel.
Kirk, we're going to need all of our wits.
Okay, well,
Kirk.
I think let's call that a segment for now.
Yes, quit the game.
Did you save?
Yeah, we saved just before we came in here. I'm really not sure what to do next. I think we're just gonna wander around aimlessly until somebody else offers us another job. Yeah. Or we figure out a way to destroy things.
I mean, that's where we were when we started this. Where we stopped the last one.
Yeah,
like,
I have no idea.
And
And then it just instantly finished. So
yeah.
All right. Well,